You're watching Sipping Off the Cuff on tequilaaficionado.com, part of Tequila Aficionado Media. I'm Alex Perez in Southern California, and this is my best buddy.
I'm Mike Morales playing hand games. It's like a squid.
Head games, not mind games, gentlemen.
Mind games. Yeah. Alex and I have had the distinct pleasure, and Alex and I we've done a lot of these celebrity brand tequilas that either they get to us before they come on the market or well after they've sold the brand. Okay, but Alex and I have another celebrity brand tequila. Okay, this one, Juan Lobo.
Juan Lobo.
You may or may not have heard of this tequila yet. If you haven't, we are on the cutting edge. We are on the cusp.
You haven't? You better. You better.
Yeah, because we flipped over the Blanco. We flipped over the Reposado. I'm flipping out over the bubbles. And
nice.
What we're doing, as we're doing these tastings, we taste the juice first. Then we give you all the particulars. This is a celebrity-owned brand by a country music singer by the name of John Wolfe. For those of you in Texas, you know the name, okay? John Wolfe. And if you don't know the name, you better make sure you get that name correct.
Wow.
Because some people have compared him to George Strait, which in Texas, George Strait is the patron saint of Texas. All right? And he lives in San Antonio, where in our neck of the woods. Not exactly our neck of the woods, but
Is your neighbor? Is your neighbor?
I'm not anywhere near close to where he lives, pal. I couldn't afford to live where this guy lives. But anyway.
Oh, beautiful.
But this guy, John Wolfe, he's going to take that mantle. And here's how he's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. I said it with the Blanco. I said it with the Reposado. By the way, this glass I'm using is a Glencairn. It's a blended Canadian whiskey glass that I'm using. I normally use it for mezcal, but I've been doing a lot of tastings the last couple of days, and everything's in the dishwasher. So that's what I got. This is what I'm using.
Another light color in this one, huh, Mike?
Yeah, the Repo was also light. Do we know how long this is being aged?
One, yeah, I've got some info on this one. This one, the Anejo, is aged for 22 months.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Look how light that is for 22 months.
22 months. And I assume they're still using the same Jack Daniel bourbon barrels. But what a beautiful nose on this. Already started on the nose.
Have you? Okay, I haven't tried it, looked at it yet. They sent with the guy who delivered it to me. It was he's a local rep here in town, and actually the POS material that I was given was way more than I really need to have, like marketing plans and strategies in Texas and stuff I don't need. I want to know the process. I want to know more about the juice than I do about the how they were going to dovetail the marketing strategy, which fell apart completely. Oh my God, Alex!
You didn't have a COVID strategy?
Yeah, they didn't have that COVID strategy. You know what the COVID strategy was? Finding the right distillery and finding the right juice. Because you know what? If this brand did not have a celebrity behind it, it still would be a hit.
Oh, heck yeah. No, this tequila is substantial. We love the Blanco. Fell over ourselves on the Reposado. The nose on this Anejo is incredible.
I'm getting the full-blown nose because I have a much wider mouth than I normally take. Like I say, I usually use this glass for mezcals.
Now, the nose on this is very different from the usual Anejo that I'm used to. I get the notes of vanilla, the dried fruit, the honey, but I'm still getting the pepper coming through from the Blanco.
Alex hit it on the nail on the head. We were off camera, and after we tasted the Blanco, and he said, this is an old school Blanco. And when we say old school, I said, it's substantial. It's beefy.
It's beefy. It's gritty. It's
gritty.
It's manly.
Okay. I'll go there too. I guess that's why it's growing hair on my chest. But anyway, No, but you know, it harkens back to the old days when tequila had character. There's a lot of character in that Blanco. A lot of stuff was happening.
Real deal.
And, yeah, and you know, honestly, we've had so many tequilas from this distillery. It's one of our favorites. It's rare that we have seen a Blanco and Repo coming out of NOM 1414, which is Luciano Vivanco and Asociados, with this much character.
Now, Mike, it's telling me to taste.
Okay, let's do it.
Mm.
Oh, oh,
Oh.
oh! What a great finish! That finish is like a dry finish almost.
Ooh, I got a dry, sweet vanilla finish.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's all of its coating.
Wow.
All of it's going in at one time.
Mm. Wow, Mike, this is not your typical Anejo.
Oh my God!
Wow, this is really refined. This is not.
It's rich.
Yeah, it is rich.
You know what's surprising to me is how rich it is
Wow.
with the light with you know, usually you and I have had rich tequilas, rich añejos and reposados that are much darker, and there's not a whole lot of. It's still presenting the agave so nicely.
You know, the agave and the pepper has not changed from the Blanco.
No.
And then I get the honey, I get the dried fruit, I get you get the dryness from the barrel.
Yeah.
The vanilla, I get honey.
Yeah, you got like baking spices, and you got the full spectrum,
the full Monty. And you know what? Nothing is like overpowering anything else. It's like it's all in harmony.
It's all very well balanced.
Wow, this is good. This is really good.
This is not, you know, and I'll be honest, Alex and I've had a lot of these tequilas that are based or funded here in Texas, and they tend to be very bourbon forward and whiskey forward because they're looking to attract that market.
Sure.
But this is not that.
No, they're not. I don't think they're trying to do that. Because it's not, like I said, it's not over wood, it's not over vanilla, it's not whiskey really, or an overpowering, tone of whiskey from the barrel. This is so well balanced.
Wow.
It's actually very bright añejo to me.
Yeah. Well, you know, and I attribute that to the Blanco.
Yeah, it's very bright.
The Blanco was beefy, but it wasn't. It was beefy and substantial, but it wasn't bright. Like you and I've had, you know, Grand Mayan, for instance. We considered it a very bright tequila, but that was a triple distilled coming from someplace else. You know, it was so bright that it even acted like mercury. You know, because it was so, you know, different.
Right. The Blanco.
The brightness on this, it seems as if the beefiness of the Blanco has married so well that now it's converted into this brightness. Because we don't say that with an añejo or a reposado that it's very bright. We say that it's tannins, it's chocolatey, it's you know, this is not that.
No.
And I can't even say, you know what, Alex? You and I have had G4, we've had Terralta, we've had, you know, stuff coming out of that Bandillo, where Felipe Camarena looks for the oldest barrels he can possibly get because he wants to present the water and the agave.
Right.
But this is not that either.
No, it's not. I still don't know how they get this color and this flavor for 22 months.
It's like that's impossible.
Unless you're using a different barrel.
Well, their barrel management, whoever Maybe they're blending. They can't tell us everything, and they can't. A lot of this stuff probably means nothing to the consumer, to the average guy.
Right.
We're looking at maybe they blended it so that or maybe they looked for some really really old barrels. Maybe this held some Siembra Azul in it.
Mm.
Maybe it's there. Because they don't throw any. They use everything. So.
Wow.
So it's not, maybe these are barrels that have not held tequila for other brand owners for a long time and have been overly used. And John Wolf said, I want that barrel.
Right.
What do you think, bro? Brand of promise there on the Anejo?
Let me think about it. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Hands down. Wow, this is an amazing Anejo.
That finish continues to give. Have you noticed that? It's a lingering finish.
It's keeps on giving.
It's that warm fuzzy that the last time I had one of those was a mezcal. You typically get that from the mezcals right away, the unaged, if it's a higher ABV.
Wow.
From the very beginning, this tequila acted like it was at a much higher alcohol by volume, and it's not. It's 80 proof.
Yeah.
Stunning. Now,
this is true art right here.
Okay, particulars. Juan Lobo is named after the country music singer John Wolf. If you're from Texas, you follow him. If you're a country music fan, you've heard of him. He's a highly decorated, highly lauded country music singer he's got that Randy Travis really deep, throaty, ballsy voice, but.
Wow.
And he's been compared to George Strait. We know George Strait has his own tequila called Código. We have never been able to get it here on Tequila Aficionado. We have been begging them to send it to us. This tequila, and look at the bottle, very reminiscent of a bottle of Código, all right, but more rustic looking because it's got bubbles in it. I don't know if you can see that or not.
Yeah.
This is a shot across the bow.
Ooh.
George.
Ooh.
This is the guy.
Those are fighting words.
This is the guy that's ready to take that mantle. And here's the story behind this. What happened was I got a hold of this. I got wind of this tequila on Instagram, which is where everybody's hanging out now. I found out where he was making it. I found out who he was. It's been like 2 years in the making. So I followed the guy. Turns out, I didn't know this, that they were making it at Gnome 1414. Now I got to have it, right?
Yeah.
It turns out that he's not only going to roll this out, it happened he had just gotten married earlier this year. I forget if it was February or March. He got married here in Texas to a beautiful
good time to be quarantined.
Well, what had happened? Yeah, what had happened was they were going to roll it out. I had actually I had been in communication with his fiance before they got married because she was doing some marketing for them. And then they got married. They were ready to roll out this tequila. He was going to go out on tour, and everything came to a screeching halt because right now, I don't know when you folks are watching this, but it could be November. But this is the middle of May. We're stuck in quarantine. Okay, of course, Alex and I have been doing this since 1999. But anyway, so like I said earlier, if the celebrity wasn't available. Okay, because part of the celebrity thing is, especially with bands and singers, is that they take these tequilas on tour. They do what Sammy Hagar did. They bring the tequila. They do what Margaritaville did.
Sure.
And
it works.
You put the Margaritaville, because that's the business model for all other celebrity-owned brands that are owned by bands or singers. You take it on the road with you, right? He's not on the road. He can't go anywhere. The smart thing that he did, Alex, is that the juice alone, if Juan Lobo was nobody, this juice would still be a winner. So there you go. That's my take on the marketing. When your marketing falls apart, and if you rely too much on the celebrity and not the juice and not the look and not the branding, then you're doomed. This tequila is destined
for greatness.
We're destined for greatness. I'm just going to say it. you agree, Alex? Would you? You know, we're always on the cutting edge. Nobody's got this tequila. Alex is like the first person in California that has this tequila. Go figure.
Yeah, this is really, really good. I was impressed with the Blanco. I was head over heels over the Repo. And this Anejo is out of this world. It's really, really good. It's not your typical Anejo. Really good stuff. They really set the bar.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed. I haven't had a good line like this in a little while.
Yeah.
So good stuff. Kudos to Juan Lobo.
Juan Lobo, the Vivanco family.
Vivanco written all over this thing, man.
God, that I don't know. You know, I'd love that one day. Maybe we'll get lucky enough to talk to the guy. I'd love to find out how he discovered the distillery, because you know, there's endless possibilities.
Oh yeah.
When you go to Mexico, everybody knows somebody who has a distillery that can make your tequila. You know, so I'd like to see how he hooked up with the Vivanco family.
Well, this is a lot of love going into this stuff, man. Really good stuff.
It's amazing stuff. Go find it if you can order it. Ooh. If Total Wine will ship to you, go do it. What do we have?
Wrong. And you know what the price point is on this?
No, what is the price point? I was going to ask
you. The Anejo is $49.99 at Total Wine.
Worth every penny.
Oh man, you will not go wrong with this thing.
By the way, if you do follow John Wolfe, and I know a lot of country music singers have this cowboy attitude, and you want to shoot tequila, don't shoot this.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Drink it out of something different, a stemmed glass, a snifter. Don't shoot it. Really, really spend time, just like you do with his music. Spend time with this tequila. You won't feel sorry. I'm telling you. Just my take. So, anyway. That is our take.
I second that.
Of Juan Lobo Tequila. I'm Mike Morales here in San Antonio. That gentleman out there is
Alex Perez in Southern California. You've been watching Sipping Off the Cuff on tequilaaficionado.com. Let us know what your thoughts on Juan Lobo. Maybe Juan Lobo wants to chime in too. You know, let us know your comments.
Hey, everybody is going on Instagram and doing their quarantine interviews, and they're all blowing their wad. And we've been doing open bar for so long. You know what I mean? It's if they reach out to us, that's great. I would love to talk to them and find out what the real inside story is.
Yeah.
And then we can do a Skype. Skype does what Zoom does, so we can have like 100 people on Skype if we wanted to.
We're all spirited tequila geeks here.
Yeah, we are. So congratulations to them.
Oh heck yeah.
Hey, thanks, George Strait, we're calling you out, bro.
Ooh.
Calling you out, man.
Ooh, that sounds like a challenge.
King George is in trouble. When you retire, you're done.
That sounds like a country challenge.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm here in San Antonio. Alex is in Southern California. Please follow us on all of our channels and networks and social media. Subscribe, and Alex, take us home.
Thanks for watching, and as always, sip wisely.